Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Piera and today we're talking about The Falconer by Elizabeth May. The Falconer is a Scottish-inspired YA fairy novel in which we follow a young girl who after the death of her mother decides to become a fairy hunter. This book was also our August book of the month for the name of the book club. I will leave links down below. We're going to have a live show later this month, which I will leave links to as well when that decides to occur. As always, this video will contain a non-spoiler section and a spoiler section, so if you haven't read the book and don't want to be spoiled, you can come back and we can chat about it then. So as I said, The Falconer was our name of the book of the month. We were going for like a fairy theme, and this is a book that I have seen a lot online but just never really got around to picking up. And I've heard kind of mostly positive things. I'll say about The Falconer. I've heard mostly positive things. I've become a bit of a hard sell on YA just because I find that obviously it's not written for me. I'm not a teenager anymore. I am clearly in the adult bracket, which breaks my heart to think about, but here we are. Going into this, I obviously wasn't expecting to love it. That being said, I did start to enjoy it about halfway through. As I said, this is a Scottish-inspired novel, so all of the characters are Scottish. It is set in Scotland, and there is various Scottish language throughout. Essentially, our main character's mother is murdered. She witnesses the murder, and then from there decides to become a fairy killer with the help of a fairy. In this book there are different kinds of fairies as well, so you've got like your pixies, you've got like your redcaps, you've got a few other kind of different tiers of fairies which are in Scottish translation, which I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce so that I don't butcher it. It's also set in like 1844, so that being, it's technically a period novel, I guess, which I think is what I struggled with the most. Just kind of the, obviously like how women are portrayed and had to be in that era as to how men had to be in that era, and just what was frowned upon, what was not frowned upon. It just wasn't really my jam. Included with that, I didn't really love our main character. She was a bit whiny for me. Like she was like your typical like smart badass, kills people with my bare hands, does things, cool. I now just relate everyone to like a Selena Sardothian ripoff because that was like my first experience with that sort of character. So I know she's different and I know not every character is Selena Sardothian, but it is that sort of stereotype, archetype sort of vibe. She just wasn't doing it for me. Like she was obviously like stepping outside of the norm and not doing what she was supposed to do, so I was like granted with that, but there were still times where it was just very pity party for me and I didn't love it. I have heard though the book 2 and book 3 are much better, so I liked it enough that I'm inclined to try book 2. Things that I liked the most, there is a side character who is a pixie. His name is Derek. He lives in a wardrobe and he likes honey, and he was my favorite character of the entire book. He was adorable. He provided much needed humor. Kieran, who is the male fae mentor thing, which at the beginning like their relationship just, it was very Rowan and Aelin. It wasn't hitting home for me. Like I could see what it was trying to do, much like the Darkling, much like Malachi from Wicked Saints. Like I can see the archetypes that they're trying to get into, but just nothing about them I really resonated with. I was kind of like, yeah, cool. Bad boy with a tortured past, sensitive when it comes to his girl, like cool. I found Gavin an interesting character. He was the brother of the main character's best friend. He was kind of cool as like a seer, still didn't really get too much of him. He just kind of did the cliche tropey things. Yeah, I feel like I would have enjoyed this book more if it was bigger and it was more in depth and there was more to it, as opposed to just, it felt very kind of surface level for me. I mean, it is quite a short book and this is the debut novel of the author, so I wasn't expecting miracles. I mean, I didn't dislike it as much as I thought I would. I didn't like it as much as I was hoping to. I will attempt to read the second book. So with that in mind, those are my thoughts and feelings on The Falconer. Like I said, we will have a live show later this month. If you want to tune in, it'll be on Little Book Owl / Kaz's channel, which you can follow all our social media, which I will leave down below as well, to our book club. If you don't know, we run a fantasy sci-fi spec fic book club monthly. Yay, cool. You can see what the other girls in the book club think, and that is that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll see you next time. Bye.